Okay, hi, I'm Joshua, and now I'll be going through the dynamic analysis of the malware. So first off, what is dynamic analysis? So dynamic analysis refers to evaluating a program by executing and observing its behavior in real time. Dynamic analysis is essential in malware analysis, as it can provide more information that wasn't found during static analysis. So some of the tools that I've used are Process Monitor, Process Explorer, Ragshot, CatcherBat, Abate DNS, Wireshark, Netcat, and OllyDBG. So without further ado, I'll now be conducting basic dynamic analysis. Okay, now we are in the MATT workstation. So we already taken a first shot of our Ragshot. And now we will execute the malware. Wait, no, we will start the server for Abate DNS first. And now we will execute the malware in this folder. We already extracted it. And we just double click. And we can see the malware actually disappears. And we cannot find it anywhere when we try and search it up. And we can see here in Process Explorer, you can see that it's running. We can also see the lower pane and see what modules and DLLs it inputs. So when you can see the DLLs, there's so many, and there's also an exe file actually here. And when we go to the properties, there's actually like many strings inside that is malicious indicators. Like this, it asks for the password for SMTP password 2 or like SMTP username. So it's basically like trying to steal the password and usernames from mail, like the email and all that. Yeah, and yeah, that's about it. But basically it's just hidden in the DL, so you can't really see it. So the handles, as you can see, it also creates a mutant, so like it can only run one exe at a time. It's very common for malware to have. So here we'll take note of its PID 1988. Oh, and we'll also take our second shot for Ragshot. Let me just move it out of the way. Oh, I can't. And we'll go to Process Monitor and filter so that we can see what it is actually doing. When we look at all the file operations, you can see that it creates a file, then it creates a file, writes to the file, then closes the file, and it just keeps on doing that to this file called in this like random directory, like right here. And like we try to go to it, as you can see. Like we bring us to this, so it's just like here, you can just see the hex editor, and all it says is MATT 2020, which is our user. And when we disassemble the code, yeah, this is all we really see from it. Could be just to obfuscate the malware and confuse us. So now when we go to see the registry operations, you can see that it's mostly under the HKLM/software/Microsoft cryptography directory. So it's basically a directory that stores like cryptographic keys, and it's like the malware should not be accessing that. But when we go to the network activity, we can see that it tries to connect a TCP reconnect operation, and it's trying to connect using HTTP, so we're using Netcat to find out later. Now when we go to the process and thread activity, you can see that it creates multiple threads and also exits them. So this could just be like obfuscation method, and it doesn't really mean anything as the threads have 0 use time and kernel time. And so now we use capture bat. When we type the command, dash n dash c. Oops. Oh, it still worked. So as you can see, just writes, and it even tries to delete, like write, delete, write, delete, and the file is just like the same we have found that we've been trying to get to, which is right here, is exactly the same file. And it's just writing to the log. So that's all you really need. Now we going to check Apate DNS, and we can see it actually gets like a connection to a domain called svitzer.com. See, it happens every minute, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like we can also use Wireshark. We can also see that it's trying to connect to the svitzer.com. And let's see what there is. We can try and oops. Try and analyze the UDP stream, and we can see this is just information it gives. Okay, now we go back to rec shot and we compare the two shots that we have taken. You can see the values added, the keys added, the values that were modified as we were trying to like as the malware is running. You can see that there's this switzer.com again, which is like it's just indicating it's trying to connect to an external network. There's also this switzer.com again, and you can see that there's a hidden exe that we found, and we already saw all the strings that it has, which is a malicious indicator. Okay, now we'll be using netcat in order to port listen to one of the ports. So we'll type nc-l-pat so that we can look through the HTTP port. It might take a while, so we just wait. And I'm just gonna say what should pop up. It will be a domain, which is like a malicious domain. And there'll also be like other strings inside. Like so now I'll be going through the advanced dynamic analysis. So first we will go to the workstation, and I've already used OllyDBG and I've loaded the executable here. And I already went through some of the interesting strings. We are not running it as I think it's quite useless, and it's like so many lines of code and the breakpoints don't really help. So you can see it looks through like Mozilla Firefox slash profiles, and like not just like Firefox, there's like SeaMonkey, like Flock. These are all basically like web browsers, and just telling us that the malware is trying to access these like web browser informations, and especially this Komodo Ice Dragon. Basically, it's like a antivirus related registry. And there's also this which extracts the encrypted username, password, the URL hostname from mouse logins, which is like it just stores all of the information. It's very dangerous for a malware to have. Okay, that's all I have to share for today. Thank you for listening to my part, and now I'll pass on to Edwin, who will talk about document analysis.